guys, Dahlia here, welcome to my channel. I love doing tags, they are so much fun, and realistically, what author doesn't want to talk about their books? I was tagged by the amazing Jenna Mercy to do the Valentine's Day tag. This tag was adapted from her Naughty List tag by Brie Barton. I will leave a link to the channels in the description bar below. Just from reading this, I know that it's going to be a good tag. Brie has really thought out these questions, and I think that it applies to anyone who hates or loves Valentine's Day. Personally, I don't celebrate it. My partner and I realized that it was Valentine's Day the day after Valentine's Day. And this was only because my friend messaged me and said, hey, what'd you get for Valentine's Day? Regardless of how you feel about Valentine's Day, I hope that you had a fantastically fun time. I'm fairly excited to do this, so let's get into it. There are 2 rules for this tag. Number 1, describe your work in progress in 3 sentences or fewer. And number 2, answer the questions. My work in progress is the Acro-Contessa. Alia Montague is oblivious to everything that goes on around her in the palace that she is set to rule in the very near future. She is too busy indulging in the sins of her world. When she is injected with a serum that turns humans into Acrogenous by a mysterious assailant, her eyes become ice blue, paralysis grips her body, and telekinesis trickles from her mind. An unmicrochipped group of Acrogenous kidnap her, but are they as evil as the palace would have the people of Orville believe? Or are they actually the victims? Alia must decide which side she wants to fight for, because whichever side she chooses will rule the future. That was 4 sentences because to make it 3 was impossible, and I tried. I really did. Question 1. Which character does something epic for another character on Valentine's Day only to have it go epically wrong? Braden is a sweet boy who works in the kitchen of the palace. He's had a crush on Alia pretty much forever. He would try to set up this really cute date and bake a really special devil's food cake that's really rich in chocolate just for her. And either she wouldn't show up, or she would awkwardly refuse all of his advances and he'd be left alone to eat the cake. Question 2. 9 million people buy their pets a gift for Valentine's Day. Which of your characters does this and what's the gift? So I find that to be a bit strange because you think that Valentine's Day would revolve around lust, but I guess it revolves around love too, so I guess it kind of makes sense. If any one of my characters would do this, it would be Lucinda. So if you've been following my journey for a while, you know that I actually cut Lucinda's role back to a secondary character. This is because her character didn't really fit in book 1, but she will become an important role in book 2. Her girlfriend, who is sadly no longer with us, gave her a pet rat named Serville. She cherishes this rat. She'd probably buy Serville a little waiter outfit so they could romp around in the bar that she owns and surprise all the customers like, hello, I'm wearing a little waiter's uniform, I can't get you your food, but I'm pretty cute. Number 3, which character is celebrating Singles Awareness Day and how do they celebrate? Adler is, well, he's quite awkward. He's pretty bad with anyone he has a crush on, so he'd probably be locked away in a room working on some new techie thing that he'd designed. He always fails when talking to pretty girls or boys, so he would just hide away. But the group find his awkwardness pretty funny, so they would probably just pick on him the whole time. Question 4. In 1537, King Henry VIII declared February 14th the official holiday of Saint Valentine, the same king who beheaded 2 of his 6 wives. Which character decides to murder someone on February the 14th? Well, this would be Semyon. Not because he would specifically go out and murder someone on the day of love, it's just because he was probably murdering someone the day before, and no doubt he'd be murdering someone the day after Valentine's Day. So it would just be his normal thing. He hates the people that tortured him. He has issues. Question 5. Which character writes and performs a sappy love song for their crush? Siren is a super sweet white witch. She loves Sappy, she loves love, she loves anything that is nice in any way, shape or form. She also likes to sing, so I feel like this question was absolutely made for her. Question 6. Fill in the blanks. I saw character give a box of noun to another character, which made them wildly adjective verb. I'm going to cheat a little here and leave one blank so you don't get any spoilers. I saw blank give a box of daggers to Alia, which made her wildly attentive. You'll have to wait to find out what goes on here in the second book. Question 7. Every February, the Italian city of Verona receives approximately 1,000 letters addressed to Juliet. Which character writes a love letter to someone who does not exist, and what does it say? Alia's little sister Ingrid is taken by the idea of marrying a prince. She's pretty much obsessed with it. But because the prospects are so low, she would have to deal with an imaginary one for now. So I wrote out a little thing here that she would probably have written, and it would be something like, my dear sweet prince, I had a dream you were outside my window last night. My father tried to chase you away, but there you stood, because you knew I would rush down to meet you when I could. And I did. When I woke, you weren't there, but I will wait all the same. Question 8. Which character breaks up with their significant other on Valentine's Day by text message or an equally awful way if there are no texts in your world? People in my world have pager-like devices, but Copernicus wouldn't use this. When he realized he'd asked a girl to be his girlfriend, he would freak out and immediately regret it.
You're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it.
Instead of paging the girl or talking to her face to face, he would avoid her like the coward that he is, or he would pay some man a ridiculous amount of money to sweep her off her feet or tell this woman how much of a pig Copernicus was. He's really bad with relationships. He can't deal with the disappointment, and he's also really scared of what someone would say to him. He can't take it when a woman doesn't like him, so he would be a coward. Question 9. In Finland, Valentine's Day isn't romantic. It's called Ystävänpäivä or Friends Day. Which character celebrates Friends Day by playing a massive prank? Copernicus and Semyon egg each other on, but without each other, they wouldn't do this sort of cheeky thing. So it would have to be these two combined. And they'll probably play a prank on Adler because they just find his reactions really funny, because he reacts very dramatically to things. And last but certainly not least, question 10. One of your characters consumes too much chocolate and champagne and gets sick all over the love of their life. Which character is it? So Alia would get sick from the amount of chocolate that she consumed. She pretty much does this on a daily basis. But it would be Regina who got sick from the amount of champagne. So she doesn't drink all that often, so when she does, she doesn't know how to hold her liquor, and she pretty much gets really drunk really quick and doesn't learn the lesson because she ends up vomiting, passing out. That's it. But she would definitely puke within the first hour of drinking. So that concludes this tag. I want to thank Jenna a bunch for tagging me. These questions were absolutely fantastic and I had so much fun writing down the answers to them. I tag Emily Bourne, Emma Lederman, and also Vivian Reese to do this tag. The channels will be linked down below if you want to go and see what they do. If you have any questions or want me to cover a specific topic, please drop a comment below. If you want to follow my journey on other platforms, see the links in the description bar below. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, and my website will be down there as well. I post videos every week on Thursdays and tags every other Wednesday. So subscribe and hit that little bell if you want to be notified. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you next time. Bye!